exact opposite wavelength. Weed was the only thing that never got me in trouble or lost me a job. Alcohol, other substances definitely have, but
we'll talk about that part. But let me
weed's the only thing that kept me on track.
Let me drop you reason. So for me, the thing that I gathered about all the things I did is I realized, what am I doing them for? Why do I do this? You right? ADD, ADHD, which I used to take Ritalin, all that good stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
I realized when my brain can slow down, you've talked to me. When I prattle on and I go on, my brain starts firing so fast that my mouth is actually trying to keep up. That means I keep firing, and
And you got a quick mouth.
And exactly, but my brain, this is me trying, and because I'm always ahead. So for me, that's why I do it, to slow myself down, because I've gotten to what I say that I chase, and I heard the people that do drugs chase things. I chased perfect clarity, and when I say perfect clarity, I mean I've done shrooms to the point where it wasn't when I was high on the drug and seeing shit. I'm coming down. I'm talking to someone. Everything that I'm saying and thinking are at the same pace. I feel like I'm talking. Like right now, I'm attempting to do what I'm saying to you. I'm talking and thinking at the same time. I usually think ahead of my talking, and this is really hard to, my brain is actually straining to not think ahead of me talking.
Some shit back.
And that's why I do it. So I think about why I do certain things, and I feel like some people do drugs because they're fun and weed, and I'm like, no, I have a purpose. When I do acid or psychedelics, that challenge my brain and being in reality is what I use. I'm still here. It doesn't matter what my brain is doing. I'm in control, and that's what I use it as. And that clarity after is what I love. So for me, and I feel like that could be me just justifying being an inebriate. Cool, I get that part. But for me, I know people that do it for the sake of doing it. And for me, it's like, I'm not doing it if I'm not having some kind of existential feeling
existential
or
emotion
or having riveting conversation. Even breaking it down to doing cocaine. I do cocaine. I'm not out. I do get flirty, but it's in the conversation. I want to talk. I want to understand someone, because you know me in my most reserved point. If you ever see me out with cocaine, imagine me going and engaging and starting conversations with everyone I see. Imagine me actually engaging you on every level.
I feel like that's every time we're at a party and you see me sitting there, no one talking. It's like, I'm gonna go talk to him for an hour and a half about shit that we both.
Yes, because it's meaningful. Mm-hmm. For me, I feel like.
And that's how I meant it.
Small talk. No, I love that you get it, because I think you get why you understand. So for me, is like drinking and all these expressions let me get out of my shell and be like, oh, this is casual whoop the wop the. Because really, when we mostly talk, even if it's something arbitrary like football, only because I know you love the Packers too. I say the comment.
And I also know that.
Yeah, I say the comment because it means something. I don't ever, if I don't have something to actually say to you and we see each other, I'll say hi and walk past you. Not because I'm ignoring you, not because I don't like you or you did something upset, because I don't have anything real to say to you.
Yeah.
And that's my mentality. When I drink, I can just casually fucking talk about things, and I was like, it's so hard to do that in my real life. Why? Because I have 10,000 things in my head going on.
Yeah.
And again, my favorite hobby is thinking. So I feel like most casual conversation, you're interrupting my thinking for something. My favorite thing that made it okay, and this is what changed it, and I hope you relate to this. It was like my 7th time doing mushrooms, or whatever, 5th, 3rd, whatever.
Whatever time. The time you remember.
I'm sitting there talking to someone, and I'm trying, because it began, and I'm peeking, not to seem like I'm on it, because I don't know if it's okay. This thing, they're talking to me about their dog. They're melding into the wall they're standing next to. Okay. And you know what I'm chuckling to myself? you're speaking about this arbitrary bullshit while this is happening. No, but here's the thing. I believe that the energy that you have is always being pulled into other things. I'm actually seeing the world more like it. So this beautiful existence of exchange of matter is constantly happening all the time.
Okay.
But your dog did a thing on your rug that I should know about. Chuckle.
Yeah.
Why do you do drugs?
Okay, yeah.
I hate saying drugs. Substances.
I know.
Let's say substances, full change.
Yeah.
Why do you do substances? And am I just lying to myself about...
Well, so number one, I can probably say that the only reason why, like, alcohol and tobacco are the only substances I will continually use all the time is because they have natural addictive things that, like, even someone like me...
But you popped them things before, though.
Huh?
You popped them things. Them strange places.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the messed up part is, like, the first two substances I ever used were nicotine and marijuana. I used marijuana for its proper like use before I ever touched alcohol. But cigarettes and alcohol are the things I've struggled with the most in my life. And because they are two of the most addictive substances in the world. Granted, alcohol doesn't have the same hold as something like, an opiate or something from the coca plant. Or, like... And that's why I'm such a huge... Even though, like... I mean, like, I quit drinking for 5 years, and I see that as, like, a fucking accomplishment. And when I started drinking is when I came here.
Wow, wait, hold on. Because I'm not interrupting you. I want to enhance that because that's very specific. So for me, I've always heard the people that talked about things like I'm quitting to see if I could quit. And I always thought that's bullshit. You just phrased it in a way that was beneficial. And I think that needs to be impressed. Here's the thing. When I realized I lost my old job because I couldn't control weed. I came here, changed my life. Because
there's no problem controlling weed.
No. It wasn't control.
Here.
It wasn't, no. I found out, and I'm glad you said that. It wasn't I couldn't control weed. It was because I couldn't control why I was doing it. When I told you slowing down my mind, all those things, why I was doing it, I didn't understand I was using that to do it. I didn't need to slow down my mind. So now I can do it without it.
So, I get you. And I'm about to say, like,
I know.
The last...
The look on your face means you about to drop a bomb. Give it to us.
Yeah, so, alright, I said that, like, I feel like it depends on how old you are and or your surroundings. So between the ages of, like, I don't know, 17 and, like, 23... I took like 200 acid trips and like 15 mushroom trips.
Whoa,
I'm not even talking about amount of hits. I'm not even talking about amounts of hits I took. I'm just talking about times I did those things.
My guy.
But you know why I think I did all those hallucinogens in that early age is because the first time I ever did any hallucinogen, it was one drop of acid with this kid. I'm going to say his name because...
So were you microdosing or were you taking full hits?
No, I mean, I was 16 taking a...
Microdosing?
And I was 16 taking one hit of a paper, and it was the first time I ever hallucinated. So we thought...
Well,
and this is also the 90s.
Well, no.
So we need you to clarify. It was going to be a full
We need you to clarify. I'm sorry, I need to be a host this time.
Mm.
You said hundreds. When you say hundreds, if you're microdosing over a period of time...
Oh, no,
I understand.
No, we didn't microdose.
So you're saying you did hundreds without microdose. You're taking full hits. Hundreds of full hits over the span of what time?
Let's see. The first time I tripped was 16. The last time I tripped was...
Balls in.
The last time I tripped before I didn't drink for a long time, was like 23, so 5 years, I think.
So over the span of 5 years?
7 years, I'm sorry.
7 years.
16 to 23. I'm
how
not
many
good
hits?
at math.
Ballpark the hits. It doesn't matter. My listeners will figure it out.
Are you talking about
ballpark your
hits of acid?
You said hundreds. When you said hundreds,
because
I've never done hundreds.
Because back even in the 90s.
But if you're microdosing, taking small amounts, I understand. The only thing that I want to do...
No, this is like 3 of my buddies. We all had the same days off, and we all loved doing acid. And like my mom's farm...
First of all...
My mom's farm is like the perfect place
I absolutely believe you. Here's the thing. I'm not trying to disprove you. I am trying to make it understandable of things, because this is actually an accomplishment. I thought that I was really worldly. I've done a lot of acid. I've done a lot of mushrooms.
I've only done a ton of acid.
Your numbers is like, that's beautiful. Like from I just here's the thing. I don't aspire to it in that way. I like it coming to me. I like it to be a surprise or a thing that happens or whatever.
So I can give you a breakdown of why I've done so much acid in such a short period. The first hallucinogen I ever did was mushrooms. I put them on a piece of cheese pizza because I didn't want to taste them, because I hate mushrooms that you're supposed to eat just for nutrients.
On a pizza?
Yeah, because...
You're an animal?
Because I was like 16 and I was at like a buddy's birthday party where there was like 50 other
Californians,
people.
We're going to teach them how to make tinctures.
Ironic you say that, because I was in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin, at a party with this family who lived on like a big trailer lot. And they had just moved from California to Wisconsin like 4 months prior. And they immediately became Wisconsin fans. Side point. Anyway, the first time I did mushrooms was at this... It was these 2 twin brothers who live at the place I just described. They were having their birthday party, and there was like, I don't know... anywhere between 40 and 70, like 15 or 14 to like 17 or 18-year-old kids. And the parents were like, didn't give a fuck, so we just basically did whatever we wanted. That was the first time I did mushrooms. And about right around the time where I would have started peaking, well, when I started peaking, like cops showed up. And
Jesus Christ.
They were like,
hey, baby!
Because we had the whole party on the second floor.
Bro, you don't control the noise when you're tripping balls, bro.
No. That's
what
I'm going to get.
That's like Rule 32.
You just spoiled the ending of my story.
Oh, damn it.
His, like, dad ran up and was just like, everyone shut the fuck up. The cops just showed up. We're pulling, like, the most sober kids down so we can prove that it was just a regular birthday party. And, like, in the middle of the cops, like, talking to his dad, all of a sudden they hear this crash from the second floor. And it's me, like, leaning back in the fucking, like, dad chair.
So you paused me to make sure you said that story? Good. Keep going.
Yeah. I fell over while we could hear the cops talking. And like the closest 10 kids all whispered like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing?" Like, yeah, I just ate like an eighth of mushrooms like 10 minutes ago, like 30 minutes ago. You can't blame me. Not my fault. And they left and we continued the party. Anyway, that was the story.
Pretty good. I just realized, could have started this other. We are recording. We're not. We're.
Are we
recording? Yeah, we're. No, dude.
No, we're
look.
Not.
I'm out.
Is that
119 minutes?
That's just under 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. How us? We have an hour left after 13 seconds.
Okay.
We have 1 hour left.
Is this just dead space right now? Or?
No.
Oh, we're just not hearing anything?
No. I forgot to post it on Facebook. So the people on Facebook have not checked in live with